evening, Mabugela Makai, and welcome to Sisters Weekend. This is your girl, Lady Anne Mashako, and I'm joined in studio by my lovely, gorgeous sisters, Sani Bonani. Hey, I love it. Shine yezinye nje. Okay, but on a serious note, like,
Sawubona nawe.
No,
mina ngiyazi yabo,
Okay.
like, you know, ukuthi
uthi.
ngiyazi ukuthi isikhathi siyeza.
Oh, okay.
Yabele. Whether
Ufuna ukuba safe.
no ngifuna kube safe lo esimlindile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Usimlindile.
Yes.
Hi, gorgeous. Good of you.
Okay. Ngeke ngibelisa babiko hayi obulanketlanelo lifu. Ngiyanibikelela babukele emakhaya.
I love that.
I am Queen Lerato. Guys, stop it, man.
No, like every time we know the way she's introducing herself, like there's no way that I can't get used to it. You know? That voice, I really just can't get used to it.
And it's called introduction.
I'm telling you, just I know. Kita bona it's that introduction.
Yes. After even
I know.
No, but I need to put like imoto city.
Oh,
to 1, city 2, city 3. I don't know about umdumo uyashintsha.
Oh, they say cruiser, they say yeah.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
yes.
I get you. But we're Makaya in studio. We are joined by another gorgeous ladies. Hey,
Yes.
this Sisters Weekend, yes, guys. I know. You know, we are joined by a gorgeous lady. She's going to introduce herself. How are you, gorgeous?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Good evening. My name is Ntombenhle Vianto Mtshali. I'm an author, a mother. I'm a businesswoman. I MC. Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot. I also read on your bio that you're also a life coach as well.
I am also a life
Oh,
coach.
nice. Okay, that's awesome, Ntombenhle. But you said we need to mention the other name.
Vianto.
Vianto. What does it mean?
So there's a tagline that I always use, which is victory is assured.
Oh.
Right? So I took the first 3 letters of victory is assured, which is the acronym, and combined it with my name.
Okay.
The first 3 letters of my name.
Oh.
And I came up with Vianto. So it's a daily affirmation that
like that.
victory is assured. from the
Ntombenhle.
Lord.
Victory is a short Ntombenhle. It says.
Yes.
So, no, victory is a short. I'm sure Upuma from somewhere.
Yes.
Something that has happened in your life
For you.
that, you know, made you to come up with that name.
How much time do you have?
You know,
It's a lot.
No, it was a season of my life where things were really going south. You know, and you know, a lot, divorce, losing assets, a lot was happening. And so I was sitting on my bed with, and even health-wise, I could not, you know, I could not function. And so I couldn't even open my eyes. I remember saying I would have to literally use my fingers to open my eyelids because my system had shut down. I could not do it as normal, you know? And so I was sitting there and I was looking up the ceiling, and I remember the story in the Bible of the woman who had an issue of the blood.
Okay.
And so as I was thinking about that story, I don't know how and why, but I thought about her having a conversation with herself, saying, if I can touch the hem of his garment.
Yes.
And then for some reason, these words came about. Like I found myself completing that statement, saying, if I can touch the hem of his garment, then my victory is assured. And so from that day onwards, I kept on saying victories. It was a declaration. I kept on saying victory is assured. Victory is assured. Victory is assured. I ended up founding a ministry. In fact, I should have mentioned that when I was introducing myself, that I'm a founder of a ministry called VIA, for Victory is Assured.
Because the reason why I'm standing indaba is because indaba ziyahila. You know, I'm a healer by nature because I've got so many words. I heal with words. I use words to heal people. To get to a point where you have to use your own fingers to open your eyes. Hey, Ntombi, bakwenzakaleni sana?
Fine.
Umzala babe. Ngeke uzongilisa ubuyise.
Yabaza bafana. What is that for?
I didn't know say something. saying like a guy will leave you at a desert.
Without water. Yeah.
And it's also told to have anjani.
Wena mara into mangazayo ne ukuthi mebafika guys you don't see that
You want to be.
yazi awuyiboni
You would.
What do you sense it?
Yeah, no, I mean, in my case, we were married. You know, it was not a mjolo as such. It was a legal mjolo, both legal on earth and
you know
heaven.
bind it.
Yeah. And for some reason, I umfana wangibonisa ama flames.
Okay na kanje
Abafana banendaba nabo. Lalela sisi. Abafana bashiya. Abafana bazabafana wena. Uzomshiya abafana uyabazi umuntu oyinokubona. Lwena umshiye basobo norama rembo. Abafana bashiya udokotela onama hips onesika onamazinyawo uthotho amhlophe ngamehlo akusiyo yazi uyapi uyemkhukhu inolala phansi sponge lesinethi wesimanzi.
Abasana ngicontract nobuhla
Nix sichomi. Nix.
yes guys angikwazi nokuyazi ne angisakwazi nokunecomeback yazi kodwa nokuthi
I'm telling you.
10:04
10:04.
Yeah.
I experienced a boom.
Earthquake.
Moment.
I'm sure now Tomo's biggest feeling what yeah
I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror.
that's how bad
That's how bad it was. I wouldn't. It's not even a matter of couldn't. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't want. I didn't want to see myself. You know, I was out. I was literally in a dark corner. You know. But after declaring those words, after saying victory is assured, even though there were no changes at that particular time happening, I started, you know, in a way, sort of believing it. You know, started believing that somehow victory is assured. Let's just cut it back. I kept on saying victory is assured. Victory is assured.
so uphumile yena
At that time,
Wow.
no uphumile hambile.
oh wow
Yeah, yena ke. But you know, I kept on saying victory is assured. And so ngayibona ke victory slowly. Sengiyibona man ukuthi nayi le victory ngiyibanga. You know what I mean? And then I gave myself that name. So I always say I'm the girl that gave herself a name.
I like that. Mina yazi ngiyazifuna indaba lezi. But Shimani the boys, but Shimani the boys will be back after the short break. Sisters, we here. Welcome back, Babugile guy. Hey, the studio, you know, for a moment I forgot that I'm hosting. But Shimani the boys.
Boy, namujolo the dating.
Jolo the pandemic. 10:04.
Indlu yawo.
Ntombenhle mina
Director siyahlwithwa.
Hey, earthquake player.
Earthquake.
As in, but you know what? I'm trying to, because I'm sitting here as a woman looking at you.
Yes.
You're so graceful.
Yes.
You are so gorgeous. You are so
Humble.
Hey man, I don't know. How does a person do a 10:04 on you? Like Njani? Where did it start? Like how many years in the marriage?
It was not a long marriage. We were married for yonkinto, courtship, marriage, about 4 years.
And then this is the person
And
that
kids in between, kids
between.
khona lapho.
So is this a person, because you sound like umuntu wesondo?
Yes, I am.
Was he
Yes,
also
he
part
was a
of?
man in ministry, yeah.
Okay.
He's also in ministry.
Like okay. So umuntu omazi uThixo.
Yes.
Omfiera uThixo.
Yes.
Okay. Take us to
You can even hear the question.
Yes. You know what, guys? If it is brother was his way, you know, that's why I've always been umuntu wasesondweni. But me, if there's one sin that I always did was to date outside of the church, because you know what, for me it was safe because ngiyazi ukuthi
And then you're doing good
you
for
know,
yourself.
I was doing good. And besides, I always used to like projects. You know, but the reason I seen this way is because of
Umubalanda komjolo.
evangelism
system.
Discipleship, evangelism. Yes, you know. So when this is a person obegamazi uNkulunkulu.
Yes, mina ke, I don't necessarily believe in projects. You know, I believe that one anginalo igazi likaJesu ukuthi nginganikeza umuntu ngimgeze ngayo. You know, it's a personal decision, it's a personal choice. But yeah, because ngumuntu okhulela enkonzweni, obviously circle yami I will, you know, associate with people abasenkonzweni. So I met him, umuntu besikhonza, well besingakhonzi sonke, but see, we're speaking the same language in as far as ministry is concerned. And we dated quick shata, quick, kunomntwana oqala. Well, I got married, I went into the marriage with my first daughter. So then, quick, lapha emshadweni kwaba nomntwana oqala, kwaba ne-surprise baby after the second one. So I'm now with 3 kids. You know, the last 2 are 11 months apart. They are very close in age.
Okay.
And so that's how that's where I found myself. And when the last one was born, waqala ngathi sekuba turbulent emshadweni.
Okay.
You know. And he moved out from a very small argument. It's actually in my book. I do talk about this in the book. From a very small argument that I did not even see happening, which how move out, and I later found out, okay, there was someone else and an aunt, you know, which are issues that I'm not gonna go into. But ngami, I went for a man of God. As much as he's not a pastor, but he was a man of God. Yes. But also, at this point now, where I am, I feel that everyone has a choice. Maybe it's a topic for another day. He made a decision not to be with me, because from that decision, Vianto was born.
But you know,
You understand?
because it's so, and I don't want to say men are having it easy out there. Ungishiya nabantwana about 3 or about 4. Uyaphuma when you're making a decision ukuthi mina ngizophuma. Mina fanele ngisale la. Ngisala ngiyenzani ngabantwana about 4.
I wouldn't want you to stay for labantwana by 4. I think it would make things worse.
No, remember,
For
they are
me
not,
and
they
the
are not
kids.
your kids alone.
Yes.
True.
Uphiwe labantwana labo. So when you decide ukuthi uyaphuma kule ndlu le, ungishiya noma ngabe umntwana oyi-1, mo decide ukuthi sokhulelwe manje, mina ngiyahamba.
But I think my response is based ekutheni ungishiya nabantwana bayi 4. In my case, baby 3 at the time. Ungishiya nabantwana bayi 3. I would not have wanted him to stay for the kids anyway. Do you get my point?
I do.
I would not have wanted him to stay for the kids, because then there wouldn't be a marriage. There would be a mother and a father.
Yes, I'm only here because of
so
my
there's no
kids.
marriage. So if you have to go, then so be it.
And a lot of abuse come from that. you know.
Absolutely.
Yes, because it will be like, okay, now I'm only here for my kids. And then it ends up in when the other bedroom, and then the wife sleeps the other bedroom.
The problem is, I have to pretend.
That's
I cook for you, I clean for you, I wash
as
for
I'm
you.
saying, the abuse comes from there, because at the end of the day, that man more because willing to be there. Whatever Ali more fella, because I just want to
Or because usindisiwe phela.
yes.
So
yes.
what is church going to say? How is his ministry going to be affected?
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is, asikho happy la endlini, or unempilo yakhe outside of me.
Yes.
So as much as it was painful at that time, I'm at peace with that decision. I'm at peace with that decision that he made. It worked for me. It still does.
Even now.
Even now.
But now, you know, I wanna, because a topic here too, we wanted to speak about the absence of a father.
Yes.
Guys, like, and it's not a choice yomntwana or a choice komama umntwana.
Yes.
Akekho umama umntwana othi noma ngabe sisangana kanjani ngoba bathi siyasangana abantu besifazane. Osangana to a point where uthi hayi angifuni ukuthi umntwana amabe nobaba. You know, how has that affected you? Ngiyababona abantwana because they are not on the show. Wena, a absence of a father, how has that affected you?
At a personal level, not as a mother who's raising. Okay. At a personal level, the absence of a father almost killed me. When I realized ukuthi I was actually okay. So just to give you a backstory. I was raised by my mother. My parents were married. They got divorced, separated when I was 2, and divorced when I was 5. Right. So I grew up thinking ukuthi umama is the only parent that is supposed to be active in empilweni zabantwana, because she was the only parent active. And unfortunately for me, even my friends, people around me, most of them, absence of a father was normal.
You know when Ntombenhle, because I get sick I see sometimes ophuza amanzi. because ngiyakuzwa asamsophuza amanzi phela nalona manje naye ungifakela i-heartburn yabona manje into eziningi so ngifuna siqale mesibuya nje siqala lapho babule emakhaya please do not go anywhere. Sisters Weekend. Welcome back, Babukile Makaya. You're still tuned into Sisters Weekend. This is your host, Lady and Mahlako, and you see we still have Usis Ntombenhle in studio asitshela about the absence of a father.
Yes, and so as a young girl, I thought it was normal until I got to tertiary. Mangifike tertiary, I realized that my life was a lie because sengibona amantombazana with their fathers and mind you, I know where my father is. Umntana semshadweni. You understand? It's not like Wanyama. I know who he is. I know where he is, but he's just absent. He's not there. And so I then started craving what I was seeing, and I wanted it because for me it was just not. There was something missing. Then you void your creator. And so when I started to reach out to my dad, he did what he did best. He started rejecting me. And so I was longing for that love. I wanted him so much. I wanted it so much, and I could not get it. And later on, I think in my early 20s, I then met a man who was married, who was over 10 years older than me, who was settled in his space, very settled. And he approached me. He wanted a relationship with me, and I couldn't. Because I mean he's married, right? But then when he approached me, but when I saw how he loved his daughter, the relationship that he had with his daughter, I realized, damn, this is what I want. You see, this is what I want. And there I was, got into a relationship with this man, this married man, and he loved me like nobody has loved me to this day.
Wow. Hey, my father. He left your life.
I found a father. Yes. To this day, when I look at him, okay, we ended up having a daughter. It's a long story, and we have Iskates Nani, unfortunately. It's a very long story, but I ended up having a daughter with him. We were in a relationship, a long-term relationship. He ended up moving out to Sekashala Nami, moving back. Yes, it's drama. But we ended up, I was just saying, even when I look at him today, I still don't see an ex-boyfriend.
You still have that.
Because he is a father.
You see that father that's going away.
And he actually fathered me back then. I would call him and say, listen, I'm going to need petrol. And he's like, hey, boy, if you boyfriend, yeah, I'm not boyfriend. To this day, I would do that. And when you look at it, it's the foundation of the relationship. I saw a father in him. You know, the father that I could not have.
Yes. And that's what made, actually, a lot of people who've dated married men, it's because that's what they...
I think most, even if the men, they're not married, older men.
Yes. Older men, that's not married.
Because they're going to like growing without a father.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know that. They went with how did this get this like can you imagine with at 40 like must discuss it I cried manja at 40.
Yes, I still cry. I cry about it. Do you know how hard it is for me to hug a man?
You guys.
A hug.
It's just a genuine hug.
It's a genuine hug. But for me, I don't know how to. I'm in my 40s now. I don't know what mangzoma because I've never been hugged by my own father.
Like this thing, like this that forehead kiss of my father. Forehead kiss.
This thing is good. I'm getting emotional because me it's a different story, you know. So I'm just wondering, now I grew up like having a father, both my mom and like, so for me it's a different story because if you know like the love that I got from my father,
we wanted that,
and then they didn't get that love because my dad even now, even if I got like my dad is a hugger, my dad is a kisser. My dad will tell you.
I remember that
you know, so it's a different thing.
So in my book, I talk about how I interpreted that type of a relationship. I thought it was sexual. I actually saw it as sexual. So when I would see a girl child hugging or kissing their father, I would feel sorry for you because I would think Guti
Your
he's
father wants to
sexually
rape you.
abusing you. That's how I saw it.
Like on that,
You know?
like on that point, ne, I remember there was this other kintate, and then Ndato will see like us as maybe like a girlfriend or something, and my little sister will say, "No, we didn't grow up. We didn't like haragola yalo. Like that one all godisitse ka gore ka lerato, you know." So here we now le mogolo le ntate o bona ona as yes, so I'm like it's a different story to us because ona, you know. So go this thing, as I'm saying,
So you're gonna Guti, father's love protects a baby girl.
Oh,
it
absolutely.
does.
Protects a baby girl, Guti, whatever decision that anything what heart, you think of your father's love.
I like the angle.
He hasn't when you can't do anything to him. But growing without love of a father, you think, oh wow, this man is like, and also bonisa makala so bonisa Guti as in this is the love that I want.
I like yeah, now una Leona, una lintate, ne? And she was
So
able to
she
say
sees
to the
something
girl,
wrong.
and this is wrong.
Yes.
Nah, ki bona ki, I like it.
Like she's saying,
No,
when he
that's
approaches
political.
you. Yes,
Just
it's
enough.
love.
The kiss on the forehead.
That one, bro. Not
Yes.
this one. This one.
no,
But now it happened to you. It now is happening to your children.
Yes.
Oh God.
So then I got married. After say like I mentioned earlier. Okay, I got saved, resaved. I need to clarify that.
Yes.
After seslugene, raising my daughter alone, I got saved, I got resaved.
Yeah.
And then I met this man who is a man of God, and in a way I felt like there was a lot of corrections that would have been made in my own story, excluding him, in my own story, because now, a woman of God, you don't want to carry this reputation as someone who once wrecked someone's family and so I then got married. But before I got married, I really did not question myself, my motives, because when I look back and I think about it, I got into a marriage that was bound to end.
No.
So even your decision making as a woman, so young energy, because you want what you didn't have, and so you want to have.
You are covered- so covered down,
yeah,
yeah.
so covered is a space, and then you get into this marriage, and then you actually end up marrying your own father, in a sense that this man is also irresponsible. This man does not take care of his children. This man is all about himself, and. Jay Shetty says, we look from our partners what we either got from our parents or didn't get.
Sisters,
We have